One of the tenants in the burger building, the big pencil factory, which is kind of adjacent to the production line. We're actually like a recording studio. We also have, I think probably we're one of the people that we're mediating with the owner. The issue is soundproofing. Like, we're a recording studio, we don't want a lot of noise either, and we're considering moving our business because of the sound that's coming in. Just in the area, I know that there's clubs and people, COVID specific, I think is more of like a liquor license issue in the end, but when people are building out these spaces, we put in $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 in soundproofing. So our sound doesn't get out to other people and so other people's sound doesn't come in. But it might be just an issue of the build out. Is there something they can do to build out the space? Is there something they're held to by the law to build out the space?
I don't know. That's why part of building is the answer.
I just want to totally, I don't know this gentleman, but second that. I mean, I've also record producer, have a recording studio, done great things over the past couple of years to move my studio from one place to another because you can't just operate a business like that in a loft or some space that's not properly treated because you drive people crazy and you can't run a business. So, 93 Kent, I totally am appreciative of the concerns of musicians needing to prepare, perform, I get that, I'm in it. That said, I live here and I do sleep too, and I don't understand how, like, it is as simple as the build out. Why? So the building owner shouldn't allow, I mean, I don't understand actually who the building owners are that would allow. It's been incredibly hard for me to find a space without jumping through an enormous amount of hoops. So it has to be owners that are looking the other way and not concerned about this sort of thing. So in this situation, maybe we're all on the same page with the issue, but it's disturbing quality of life and business. What is the right move? Do we just call 311 or call you guys and drive you nuts, or what's the move?
Driving me nuts works.
You can look up their liquor license renewal and show up to the community board that day when they get renewed.
I think these are rehearsal business. I just want them to be able to do it so everyone's enjoying their client's life.
And I think also some of these, I could be wrong, I don't know the business, but I believe some of them are maybe rehearsal spaces.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
We have rehearsal spaces and we soundproof them so that this issue didn't happen. When it happened and people were complaining to our landlord, we said, okay, we'll put down more so that we don't make as much noise. We're not trying to make noise that kind of makes music ridiculous.
so do we call you or 311, we don't address the owner, or we don't address the building owner?
I'm not going to tell you not to address the owner. Apparently he doesn't seem to care, right? Well, the owner with the operator.
The building owner is taking responsibility for it. Okay, it's the person who owns the production lounge is not taking any responsibility for his own actions. And he's menacing us. And it's absolutely horrible. And I'll tell you, if you came over to my house and spent one night there and you heard from the community, you would just be outraged. My mom lives out in New Jersey. She came and spent the night at my house. She's like, I couldn't live here. Okay? I mean, it's absurd. And it's gone on for too long. And, you know, I think some of us have been, you know, we just started to, like, accept it and became a little complacent. But I'll tell you something. The last straw was Friday and Saturday night. And I am not, personally, not sitting down anymore. I'm standing up. And I am adamant as hell, and I'm not going to stop until something is done about this establishment.
So how I?
Hi, Julia Foster, Park resident watch supervisor. I don't live where you guys live, but congratulations, Police Officer T, and capturing the young man that did the robbery, and for being a part of Cooper Park. Only thing is, I still have a little problem with folks coming to sign our attendance sheets when we do resident watch.
I know you do. had for a while. We're gonna work
Yeah,
on a
we
real solid
have.
solution. I'm sorry.
I don't know, what can we do about that? How are we gonna get someone to come sign the sheet? I mean, sometimes I call in and they'll tell me, oh, there's 2 or 3 cars down on this end and they're handling a situation. Okay, well, there's 2 or 3 cars down on that end. Can we get somebody to come on this end and sign my sheet? I mean, it's a walking distance. I really, really, really need it. My folks are not gonna stay. They're complaining. I'm complaining.
You sure?
You don't want Miss Jackson to complain.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But she's got it. That's Miss Jackson.
Yeah, I have good evening, everyone, and happy New Year to you all. My complaint is slightly different, and I don't know who to go to with this. My problem is there is an accessorized driver that frequents my development 3 and 4 times a day to purchase drugs.
Wow.
He comes in the accessorized vehicle, and I'm complaining because I use the services. I'm disabled, and I use accessorized. And it upsets me to see an accessorized driver buying drugs 3 or 4 times a day, in the vehicle, in uniform, every day. A lot of the residents are complaining about it. I've taken down the vehicle number at least 10 times. I've contacted accessorized. I've reported this driver several times. This has been going on since about May of 2011. And he is still coming out every day. I spoke to, I think, Scott about it before, but I can't give a specific time
He uses
because it
different
comes
times?
different times.
Okay.
And then sometimes he even comes in his own private vehicle.
Does he come in the same truck all the
I've
time?
given him license plate numbers. I've given him everything. And this guy is still coming out there to purchase drugs. My last report was yesterday. I called Accessoride to report him again. And, you know, and my understanding is that these drivers are given random drug tests. You know, if I've been calling and reporting it, and it's obvious nothing has happened to him. You know, they aren't giving him random drug tests because he's out there, and I mean 3 to 4 times a day. I don't know what the precinct can do. When I see him, if I call the precinct, by the time anyone gets there, he's gone. Because what he does is that when he comes to purchase drugs, he parks in front of a fire hydrant because there's no cars there. So he parks in front of a fire hydrant, run in, make his buy, and then come back out. He's also working with someone that uses cell phones because sometimes he'll come and just sit in the vehicle and he'll make a phone call and then someone will come and sit in the accessoride with him for like a minute, I guess make the deal and get back out and he drives off. I've notified the name of the company, I've given him vehicle numbers so many times, but it still goes on. And I'm concerned because I use accessoride.
I don't blame you.
And I don't want to get caught up in the accessoride.
You know what, Diane, when we're done, see one of my guys
Yeah.
and give us the exact details, and we'll see what we can do. Sure.
May I make a suggestion? Call the MTA or go down to downtown Brooklyn.
That's what I call, that's
No,
a complaint
go
center.
in person.
Go in person.
Go in person with your records. Because calling Accessoride, they are the nastiest people. Okay, I use them. And they are nasty. Go down to MTA with your records and explain everything. Go see a supervisor, not Accessoride. Go to the MTA.
Thank you.
One of the things, it's on the same corner, Ken Franklin, the nervous about saying anything about this because I think we all, or I at least, enjoy the businesses that are there on that corner, but almost as impossible to live with as the sound that we've been discussing from the bleed from the music from the other buildings is some sort of, I'm assuming it's restaurant equipment that must sit on top of the building. Started maybe a year and a half ago or 2, and it's like a low-pitched hum that it's almost really maddening. And,
You don't know where it's coming from?
it's got to be the corner of Ken and Franklin on the northeast corner, because it's right on the.
Mrs. Kim's. It's Mrs. Kim's.
Is that
It's
right?
a low, it's like a,
Yeah.
somebody's air conditioner is on 24/7.
I'm just-
The only time you don't hear it is very early on a Sunday morning, when you can actually, I go to get my paper from the stoop, it's, oh my God, it's quiet.
Yeah, and when it
And
goes
then
off,
and then it kicks in.
it goes off at around midnight or so at night, and it's like the greatest relief. But I'm sure I'm guessing that it's a ventilation system of some sort that's on top of the building. And I've really noticed and paid attention that it's not coming from other restaurants. You know, it's not just something that I hadn't noticed until I lived next to the restaurant. It's not happening in other places. So, is there, you know, again, I think we're all, these are good businesses, so I don't want to cause them trouble, but what can we do about that?
That's gonna be a, either Department of Buildings or DEP problem.
I'm sorry?
That's gonna be either a Department of Buildings or a DEP, Department of Environmental Protection. I've heard those complaints from other businesses in Manhattan and whatnot, but,
But that's not, do we call and file a noise complaint?
no, you could. When you call 311, you explain what you explained to me. It's an ongoing thing. It might be more DEP than buildings, but 311 operators will send it back and forth.
If it's an ongoing thing and we're serious about it and want to participate through the right channels, should I literally call every day and file a complaint if it's happening
It
every
might
day?
help. It might help.
Okay.
I have a similar situation going on in my office, and they said the fire department too, because they check out all the restaurant equipment.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Miss?
I'm here for my real question.
Yes.
My real question is, in May, I think they changed the law, there's no 30-day renting your apartment. And past holidays, my tenants in my building have leased the apartment as a rental, vacation rental. I actually spoke to people moving in, how much they paid, how many days were there. Can I call you and can you ask them to vacate since they are not the tenant in that apartment? They give out the keys, they leave the door open, it's a holiday. I continuously went down, locked the door. This is a family building. My mother-in-law, soon-to-be-mother, is 79 years old. She does not go to the front door. The other vacationists came at 1:30 in the morning, 5:30, left the door open, I went and locked it. I'm not in a great area. I don't like having to go out in the middle of the night and open the door, but I'm a little upset that, that they can rent out an apartment for 14 to